Okay.
Welcome back to episode 6, I believe, of
6.
Folk in Scotland. And to begin with, I should point out to everyone, excuse me, that we decided that this podcast is not going to have politics, anything like that. It's going to be simple, fun, and easy.
Yeah.
So on that note, bigotry. I was thinking about it coming down the road.
Okay.
And you're on the same page as me, where all bigotry, you can't stand it, xenophobia, homophobia,
none of them.
racism, isms and obias, we hate.
Mm-hmm.
They're wrong.
I'm not even scared of a spider.
There you go. So
Heights. But I think it's a rational fear. A fear of heights.
Yes. So, okay, some phobias then. They will be allowed.
And I said I didn't like hippies.
That's not a phobia, that's just common sense.
Other than that, heights and hippies, everyone else.
Okay,
fine.
some phobias are allowed.
Okay.
But not but as in
here we go.
I'm super racist. No, but there's nothing more delightful than a rubbish or badly practiced bigot.
Mm-hmm.
And I was thinking about it because when I was at college, there was a guy called James. Actually, I'd been calling him James for about 6 months, and I heard them people calling him Andrew, and I went, I'm so embarrassed. I've been calling you James. And he went, yeah, it's Andrew, but it's James for short. And I'd been, that's the way it started. But he had this behaviour where he had a very gruff voice.
Right, okay.
And he would always go, Derek, do you see those little homosexuals over there? Do you reckon they just work on their abs all night? And I'd go, what? And everyone in the class realised he was incredibly gay, but he was anti-gay.
It's textbook stuff, isn't
Textbook
it?
stuff.
Yeah.
And he would go, and one day he got his bag stolen.
Okay.
And
was he ahead of the curve in the man bag?
Yes.
I own a man bag.
You do, and it's a delightful one.
Yeah, it's good.
It's very full.
Mm-hmm.
It looks like it's been inflated. But he said, if I catch that little homosexual, because it had to be a homosexual that stole his bag. It always went to that, no matter what he said. Mm-hmm. If I catch him, I'm going to put him over my knee and gently yet firmly spank him. And everyone's sitting trying to do the work going, what is he on about? But the thing was, he was a lovely guy. It was just this aspect to him.
Just his self-hatred.
Yes, there was this aspect to him. But apart from that, he was really laid back and he was great to work with. But it gets better.
Okay.
One day I get into class and everyone's laughing and they're going, ask him. And I'm going, ask me what? And across came James Andrew. And he says to me, these wee bunch of homos, they're not wanting to go out on the Christmas night out. Are you wanting to go on the Christmas night out? And I went, of course. Where are we going? He goes, I've booked a sauna.
Oh God almighty. So,
yeah, he was an unusual character, but he was incredibly bigoted, but not. He was delightful as well. But on top of that, he walked up to me one day. And I'm just
did he saddle
there.
over? Is that a word, saddle over?
He was almost. And I was eye level to tummy level in front of me, and he goes, I want to show you something.
Oh God.
And I went, oh no. And he took his jacket off. I went, right, it's finally happening, here we go.
That's bliss.
And then he pulled his jumper up and he had a t-shirt under it, and he untucked the t-shirt and he lifted it up to expose his belly, and there was a tattoo of Fife right across his belly, a map, and it had a little arrow and it said Hoos. Then the other arrow said Call. And I went, what does call mean? He goes, that's college. I went, but that's not Perth. He went, no, that's my old college.
That's extraordinary. That's extraordinary.
He was a lovely guy.
I used to work with a guy that had Made in Scotland tattooed in his buttocks.
There we go.
Yeah.
You do get this,
like
though.
shortbread.
Yeah. People are awful proud of where they're born by accident. They had no
nationalism.
hand in this.
Yeah, nationalism's a funny old one.
It's a strange
Dundee's
one.
quite like that. There's a lot of people, if you slap Dundee on it, they're all. It doesn't matter what quality the thing is.
Yeah.
We've got Dundee gin in this fine city that's made in Germany. You put some Kiora into it. Put a squint label on it. We made in Dundee. It's rocking off the shelves. Off the shelves.
It does happen. I remember in the 80s that Crocodile Dundee came out, and the queues were about 3 miles long because it had the word Dundee in it.
When was the last time you watched Crocodile Dundee?
probably, actually it wasn't that long ago, probably about 3 years
I
ago.
prefer Crocodile Dundee too.
No.
Yeah.
You can't.
Yeah.
It's terrible.
Has that not got like the kind of South American drug lords in it? The cartels.
Yes. And they end up going to Australia for a fight.
He slaughters them with like a didgeridoo.
Yes.
There's a certain scene in Crocodile Dundee 1, and I know where your mind's going immediately.
Okay.
It's a crocodile tries to eat his wife.
Yes.
Yeah.
Thong.
There's a thong in that.
There's a thong.
There's
Incredible.
a thong. I didn't pay any attention to her buttocks because I've told you before I'm into natural history, so I was just looking at the crocodile. What species is that?
Mm-hmm.
I think it was a saltwater crocodile.
I believe it was.
It was quite a sizable number.
Have you seen Paul Hogan since he got all his facelifts?
Oof.
And he looks like a thumb.
He's awful.
It's in his
eyes. It's like the Simon Cowell school. Cadaver eyes.
Yeah.
The eyelids peel back.
Mm-hmm. He looks like. Have you seen Richard Chamberlain?
Is Richard Chamberlain still alive?
Is he? I
Shogun.
don't know. Yes.
My mum
fantastic.
My mum loved a bit of Shogun, but what she loved was the Thornbirds.
Oh, the Thornbirds was great.
Pervy priests.
Oh, yeah, that was
Pervy priests. Richard Chamberlain. Has he had some surgery?
He's had all the surgery.
Have you seen the neck? This sounds cruel, but Christopher Lambert.
No, I haven't seen him recently.
Yeah.
Oh no,
it's no good. He's gone. The neck's gone. I think we've spoken about this before, but when the neck, George Clooney's neck's gone.
Yes,
it's got that loose way. So he
turkey.
wears a cravat.
Yeah.
I think men's strength comes from their neck.
I hope so. I have a lot of neck.
That's what drives you through life. It's the neck. That's where your chi resides. The neck.
Kenny Rogers, he's the same.
His eyes. Yeah,
it's really bad.
But I've never considered plastic surgery.
Maybe you should think about
it. Considered it. There's a lot to work with.
Yeah.
There's some excess. They tuck it behind your ears. The skin.
Right.
I'm led to believe.
They just sort of...
A friend of mine had a hair transplant.
All right.
£10,000.
What?
Unbelievable.
Is this like your back hair or your pubes right onto your head?
They take it for the nape.
All right, okay.
And then they migrate it to the front.
Is this the one where they put a balloon under your scalp and they blow it up?
I don't think he mentioned a balloon. I think he had it done
to
in
stretch
Turkey.
It. Oh, no, here we go.
Yeah.
Goat hair all.
But he's gone from bald to slightly less bald. But he feels so confident. When you're out with him, he's a new man. He's a new man. But it's a slow process. So
I went through, when I started, I looked in the mirror once and I realised, because I've always had really long hair, down to my waist sort of thing.
Did you? Oh, God.
And I looked in the mirror,
and
it's just a little bit thinner.
Oh.
And for almost 4 hours I had a complete meltdown.
Oh.
And then at the end of the 4 hours I went, oh well, and then I just cut it all off and got on with life.
Get on with life. It's
I didn't
painless.
think.
I remember being in the bank queue.
Right.
And I looked. There was one of the security cameras, and I saw a monitor, and I thought, look at that poor baldy bastard, and I realised it was me. So I bought a bonnet. Keep it short. Keep it short.
Yeah.
Because you're going for that. No, you're not quite. There's people that shave it to the skin.
Right, okay.
So they're saying, I've actually got a full head of hair, but I just choose to be bald. It's like the Phil Mitchell.
Yeah.
School,
No, I absolutely have lost my hair.
Telly Savalas.
Oh,
he was a fight. Yul Brynner.
Oh,
Yul Brynner.
Incredible.
A Cossack.
Yeah.
There was a.
He had piercing eyes.
There's a friend of mine that used to do his Telly Savalas impersonation.
Mm-hmm.
So he'd be in a nightclub and he'd open his zip and he'd pull out a single testicle. And then he'd walk about for the duration to see if anyone would notice Telly Savalas. They seldom did. Did. People aren't looking out for things like that.
Haven't things changed where you can't do that now?
It was parachute pants. It was that period of fashion. Remember the parachute pants?
I remember it, but I never indulged.
I had a pair.
And I can't. No, please don't tell me.
No, it was more like a kind of combat trouser, but they were a light grey colour. But the problem with them was if you didn't shake off properly after the toilet, you got what my granddad used to call a threepenny bit.
Yeah.
That's when you have the little piss spot.
Oh, we all go through that.
Oh, the threepenny bit.
Oh, there's nothing worse. You often see it when you go into a male bathroom.
Okay.
And there's someone doing a sort of Michael Jackson on his toes pose in front of the hand dryer. And that's just to dry the front.
You never look on it, but you see a lot of this stuff peripherally.
Yes.
You see out the corner of your eye, it looks like they're milking a goat. You're like, just give it a wee cursory shake and get out of here. But no, they're really going to town on it. Really,
to be fair, I really have to do that. I think I hit about 45.
Okay.
And then a shake just didn't do it.
Oh, you need a squeeze as
I've
well.
I've got to squeeze from behind the balls. Push that.
Have you ever milked a cow?
It. No.
It's the same process as a kind of this. Yeah.
Same.
We got that at school, milking a cow, and then we got to drink the fresh milk.
What?
Cow's milk straight out of the teat is a different creature. It's delicious. It's creamy. Unpasteurised milk is a wonderful thing. The pasteurisation process kills the taste.
So you'll never get smallpox, I believe.
Yeah, because it was milkmaids, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah. So, yeah.
Got cowpox.
Cowpox. Yeah. One of my mates got ringworm off a cow on his face because a cow licked his face.
Oh, right.
You can get ringworm off posts, wooden posts.
Right. Okay.
You know, gate posts. And
Stay away from the posts.
Stay away from a post. I wonder if Cushagger Duncan got ringworm. Ringworm
all over his belly.
Oh, is it a worm?
I don't know.
I worked in a pub when I first came.
I've seen a dog with it.
Oh God!
Yeah.
And I worked at a pub once, and scabies. There was a scabies infection, and all the management of the pub all got scabies together.
My word.
That's a microscopic mite.
What? Why would you get that in this day and age?
I told you I had worms that time, like vermicelli. Yeah, that's the only things.
This is not good.
Oh God! Did we get a newspaper this time?
No, we didn't. I forgot.
It's Pulitzer Prize winning stuff. The Telly as well.
The Telegraph and the Dundee Courier are probably. Are they newspapers or are they just adverts with words between them?
Well, we've discussed the Telly is a one-shite newspaper. It's good for one sit down. But you wouldn't have. It couldn't have covered over lunch, could it? Would you last a lunch with the Telly?
I don't think so. I think the only reason I used to get the Courier is if you were ever buying a cheap car on a Friday, all the cars would be there. Okay. But I don't know if you even get that now.
Do you?
I'm not sure.
You should go onto the kind of social media side of the Dundee Press.
Oh no.
The comments page of things like that are just it's Have you ever been on Yahoo's comments page?
I haven't.
The Yahoo News. You were talking earlier about your classmate who was closeted. You'll get stuff like somebody's there's a child molester and somebody's on there going, if I got my hands on him I would strip him naked, I would cut off his balls, I'd feed him to my dog, I'd thrash him with an old newspaper, I'd cut out his eyes and I'd fuck his eye holes. And you think to yourself, that's quite
that will never be involved in the judiciary.
If I got my hands on Jimmy Savile, I'd bury him up to his neck in sand, I'd set fire to his hair, I'd piss in his face. You're like, why are you thinking about this? What's going on? That is a dark mind, isn't it?
Well, I noticed this when I was living in the States, and I got really into being an absolute atheist, an anti-theist almost. Okay. I loved all the Christian channels, loved them. They were amazing. And I discovered something called the 700 Club, and it's this old guy, and he was talking about the homosexuals. Here we go again.
Okay. This is a theme today.
This is a theme.
Did something happen on your way to work today?
I'm alright.
You okay?
And they have rings with a spike on them, and they'll scratch you and give you the AIDS. And that's what he said on television without any sense of irony. I was like, I can't believe it. And they get funded they're multi-millionaires, and they come out with this really offensive, terrible stuff. Nothing to do with Christianity or anything like that. Or, not that it's all great, but really bizarre. And I got completely obsessed. And one of the adverts that came, they were like infomercials, they're very American. And in between it, so is it Pat Buchanan? I think it is. He goes off. Pat Buchanan, yeah. And then this other... was he a politician? I think he's called Pat anyways. This old guy.
Pat Buchanan. I think
Is he no.
Pat Robertson.
Pat Robertson.
Scottish people. All the lunatics in America are Scottish. 100%. Yeah.
So the advert comes on, and it's Daniel O'Donnell.
Oh.
And he's talking about, and I'm coming to America, but I don't have enough money, and I've got to, and he's got and he was with this American woman who was like in her 60s. Now they give the impression they were married. So he's going, and we've got to put on a show, but we need money, so to bring you all this music from the
crook.
It does seem like that. So he's raising money to put on shows in America, and he was raising all this cash.
But he's a hugely wealthy guy.
Yeah,
there
very
used
strange.
to be the Saturday, his Scottish chart show used to be on this Saturday, remember? And in the Scottish charts, I remember for about 6 weeks, number 1 was Stone Roses, Fool's Gold,
right,
and number 2 in the charts in Scotland was Daniel O'Donnell.
Yeah, this is the way it always happens.
Yeah.
You go back to the 70s and everyone went, "Oh, punk and that." No, it was the Bee Gees, Dolly Parton.
It's the 60s. My father likes to think that the 60s was just the most glorious time, and the music was great. 60s music was 90% garbage.
Of course it was.
90%
like
garbage.
Like it is at any time.
But people have edited out the shit. Yeah. My auntie was a big Daniel O'Donnell fan, and they used to go across in a bus to his hometown and go to his house, and then he had the whole garden kitted out with trestle tables, and they'd all sit and have a cup of tea and a scone, and he'd come out and go, "Oh, hi there," and he'd do a wee ditty for them, sing to them.
Does he...
Cultish.
Is he like me? You know, it's like my cheese. I like it the way I like my ladies mature.
I think he probably does like
the older, matronly.
Well, they're a good market.
Well, that's true.
Yeah.
Because they all go, and the thing is, they scream like teenagers. They go crazy for Daniel
the smell
O'Donnell.
in the front row of Daniel O'Donnell concert.
It would be like, you know, when on Aliens, when they're walking through, they just get to the station, and they're...
Yeah.
And then he picks up, and there's all this slime everywhere, this ectoplasm covering the walls.
The nightclub in Dundee, the Mardi Gras.
I remember.
Do you remember the sticky carpets?
I've never been in.
They'd been smeared in Brill cream. They were just
that was
oozing. No. It had been carpet tiles. Imagine what was living under there.
Oh, it's not good.
Oh, I remember we went on holiday. This is a number of years ago, and when we came back, the entire flat was full of moths. I mean, like the Amityville Horror. There was about 1 million moths, and I think something dead was up in the attic or something. And we got like a moth bomb.
Right.
And when we came back, every surface in the flat, every room was filled with a carpet of moths.
Oh.
Yeah. Get the satisfying hoovering up, like 1 million dead moths.
I heard from my neighbour once, you could hear a buzzing.
Oh God. And
you could hear, and it was like, but it was a low, and then we saw flies, and his door was slightly open. And as we noticed this, his other neighbour looked in the window and went, "Right, call the police." And he died.
Oh God.
A few days before, but his dog was in there as well. And the dog had actually started eating part of him.
Oh, a dog would wait a little while. A cat would immediately start.
So, yeah. But then we watched the policeman. This young constable came up and he walked in. But when he opened the door that bit further, I swear I physically saw a smell hit him. And he recoiled, turned around. He was dry heaving. He didn't throw up, but it hit him bad. The smell was...
Yeah, that's primal stuff.
It was you know what it is.
That's why
I'd never smelt a body till that point, but I knew it was a body.
You knew it was a body.
Terrible.
It's like a cat is scared of a cucumber.
Yes, I've seen this.
Because its instinct says it's a snake. That's not a trained behaviour.
My cat's scared of sparrows. It got beat up once by a sparrow. My cat, I have to point out, he's like the biggest cat you've ever seen.
Right, I've seen a picture of it.
And this sparrow beat the hell out of him. I watched them in the garden screaming, running away from it.
They're a rambunctious bird though, a sparrow.
They're a horrendous little bird.
Yeah.
So he come running up the stairs, and it was so bad he was scared to go out again, so I had to walk him downstairs, and he would go down one stair at a time, take a dump, then run back up into the house. It took him years to get over it. Doesn't like birds at all.
Yeah, yeah. My cat fears nothing. I think he's looked into the void.
Oh, if you've done that, you don't care anymore.
Something's looked back. Cthulhu. Is it H.P. Lovecraft?
H.P. Lovecraft. Yeah. He was a
racist.
Hideous racist.
They're all racists.
That's it's awful, isn't it?
Back then, everyone was. It's changed a lot. I think the world's a better place. I'm quite positive.
I'm convinced of that as well.
Yeah.
Because it is although it doesn't seem it, there's less war now than
How many TVs do you have in your house?
How many TVs? One.
Oh, you just got... Obviously, you've not benefited from the new world I'm talking about, but I've got 2 TVs.
Oh.
Now, I remember when we just there was very few TVs in the street.
Yeah.
Not everyone had a TV.
Mm-hmm.
I remember the estate I grew up on. There was a phone box in the street,
right,
and it would ring, and you would answer it. The kids would answer it, and you would have to go and get somebody. Could you go and get Mrs. Smith for number 12?
Yes.
So not everyone had a phone.
That's right.
Nowadays, everybody's. I've got a drawer in the house. It's full of old phones.
Mm-hmm. Things have changed.
We have gone beyond Star Trek.
Yes, we have.
Haven't we?
And do you know why?
Mm-hmm.
Because when gentlemen of our age were growing up, we had Tomorrow's World.
Okay.
And Tomorrow's World,
Maggie Philbin.
Oh, she was hot.
She had a bit of a gap between her teeth.
Yeah, she had that sort of Julie Andrews. Oh, I would. But
just gagged a wee bit there. Did you watch Tomorrow? No, you only have one TV.
Yes.
So you couldn't go upstairs to enjoy Tomorrow's World.
No.
You had to watch it with the family.
I had to watch it.
That was a bit awkward, wasn't it?
It was terrible.
Did you have to try and suck in the information and then run upstairs when it was fresh in your memory?
Yes. Make a sketch. But we would look at things like robots.
Okay, yeah.
And jetpacks.
Uh-huh.
And in your heart, you knew you'd never see it. But here's the thing.
Uh-huh.
Jetpacks are here now, and they're cheap, and the army are testing them.
Okay.
Now you've got phones and tablets that are better than what you saw in Star Trek.
Oh, it's better. Yeah. No.
All these things.
Mm-hmm.
And now no one has a desire for something in the future. And when you look at something on a sci-fi film, there's nothing futuristic about it. It's
We've
just
got
basically...
it. You're right.
Yeah, it's just a copy of what we're doing now. Or people can't relate to it. There's nothing that's just out there bizarre. It's more bizarre watching Barbarella than it is watching a sci-fi.
I love the 60s notion of the future.
Mm-hmm.
It was like people would wear double ties.
Yes.
My dad said in the 60s he threw out all his trousers that weren't flares because he said flares are here to stay. We'll never go back to normal trousers. Little did he know. I hate flares.
But that, I don't know.
I have a memory of... Did you have what kind of bike did you have when you were a kid?
I'm going to say the name of the bike, and people will call me a liar because everyone claimed they had it.
Oh, if you have one, I'm going to be jealous of you. Let's hear it. I know what he's about to say.
A metallic green with orange stickers, chopper.
A chopper, wow. I dreamt of a chopper. I had a bike called a Striker.
Well, that was the lightweight. That was...
The Striker was the poor man's BMX. It had like shock absorbers on the front that once. But one of my mates had a grifter, and I thought, you posh bastard. I hope you fucking fall off that bike and break your neck in your grifter. But nobody had a chopper. The estate. You would never have ridden it because all your mates, give us a shot.
Well, the problem is...
They'd have woke you up at 3 in the morning. Give us a shot, your chopper. Give us a shot.
You had the 3 gears on it.
Oh.
You couldn't pull the front brake because there was nothing stopping you flying through.
Okay.
But I'm going to make you feel better about you missing out on this on your childhood. The thing weighed about 4 bikes worth of metal. Couldn't. It was so heavy. I was coming home once from Charleston from my mate's house. He had a grifter.
Right.
And I was cycling home and I made it halfway. And I went, I can't do this. And there was a building site, so I took the bike in it and buried it in all this mud.
Oh, God's sake.
And I got in. Dad goes, where's your bike? And I went, it's alright. Don't worry, Dad. He goes, why not? He goes, I buried it. Get your coat on. So got a coat on. I had to, with my hands. And the thing is, when you're a kid, you don't realise how strong you are. I put it down about 3 feet. He was raging.
Yeah, digging like a badger.
You know how angry he was? Didn't say a word.
Oh.
I knew I was in trouble. He didn't say a word.
Oh, that was the dangerous stuff, wasn't it?
So I got home and had to hose it and clean it.
I remember me and my brother were playing around. We're throwing like a rolled up sock at each other.
Yes.
Because we didn't have toys. There's no toys. I ducked and it hit the objet d'art shelf we had in the council house.
Yes.
And it was one of those, those old guys looking at his foot, the ceramic couples used to get.
Yes.
Smashed them to smithereens.
Oh.
And it had been a wedding present. And the fury. I think we tried to glue it together. Put the head on back to front. Kitsch.
I remember I smashed as a first foot. To explain to people around the world, a first foot is on New Year. You go up and visit someone and you give them a present.
A lump of coal.
But
black
in the 70s,
black bun.
I've never heard of that.
You can give them a slice of black bun or a tatty.
A tatty. Yes. So you give them this gift as good luck for the year. Very superstitious nonsense. But you would also get these little glass figurines, and there was like a little elephant.
Yeah.
Or a swan.
Daubed, like a little daub of glass.
That's it.
Yeah, I know the style.
And my mum was so proud. Her mum came down.
Did she have a wee shrine to them?
Well, her mum died.
Oh, God.
And all she had were these little figurines. She had them for 3 days, right? And I'm standing there with a space helmet on and a plastic lightsaber.
I'm visualising this.
I'm flailing it around. I'm having the time of my life. I'm Luke Skywalker.
Okay.
I fling it around my back, full force. I fling it back, and out the corner of my eye, I see something flying through the air. Then I hear, not even a smash, just just little breaks. I realised what had happened. And when you're that age, we talked about this before, what do? You run.
You run away.
That's it.
My dad's very superstitious about Hogmanay, so you don't first foot yourself.
That's right. Dark hair only.
So if you leave the house, you leave the house, but some stranger, so somebody's got to come in before you come back. So you left the house and nobody visited. He's never been back. That was 1985. He's out there somewhere. He's lurking outside our house somewhere.
Is that what your mum told you?
That's what my mum told us. Yeah.
But I used to see that at my neighbours, and I'd be walking home, and they'd go, "Son, could you come here for a second? What? Could you first foot us?" They would give me a lump of coal, and I'd have to walk in the house, give it to them, and they went, "Thanks, son, I can live now."
When we were kids, we used to get an Advocaat with juice, a snowball.
Right, yeah.
Or you get a little glass of Baby Sham.
Oh, I used to get Baby Sham.
I thought Baby Sham was like champagne. It's not. It's a cider perry.
Is it?
Fizzy cider.
Oh, I didn't know that.
It's nice, isn't it?
Well, I just thought that was a kid's drink because they went, it's in a little bottle. It's called Baby Sham. Yeah. Give it to the kids.
Yeah. I have a memory of seeing all my relatives smoking fags when I was about 4 or something. Yeah. And so I think, can you think, that looks good? It'll taste like a candied cigarette. And I'm sure my uncle gave me a fag to smoke.
Yeah, I could imagine. I never got that, but I used to. They went, "There's the McEwen's is almost empty.
Do you remember
you can have it.
The cans of beer?
Yeah,
that had the
lady on it, and it was all in soft focus, and they were all kind of
like a body stocking.
Yeah, I don't want to say chubby because that could be offensive. But there was a chubbiness to
them. The motherly hips.
That's what it was.
Weren't they?
And the perms.
They had a good perm.
And I'd just sit holding this can because you'd get the dregs to drink. Now I will say to our listeners, I was probably about 8 when I was getting this.
I got
and
alcohol.
Just sit and drink. Yeah.
Did you, with your pals, did you ever make a little mixer out of the booze in your mum and dad's house?
Yeah.
So you'd mix like gin, brandy, vodka, Advocaat, sherry.
Tia Maria.
Oh, Tia Maria.
I was at my friend's house once and we had nothing. We went in the drawer and there's Tia Maria and we sat there crying trying to get drunk.
Trying to drink it. My granny used to drink stuff called Sheridan's, which was black and white. It came in a bottle that was 2 sections.
Right.
Who invented that? And this, I was on the TV the other day. I'd not seen it for years. It's stuff called Amarula cream. It's got an elephant on it. It's like an African Baileys.
Yes.
It's such exotic.
Isn't that
sophistication?
They said it was made in Zimbabwe, but it's not.
No, it's not. It's made in Birmingham or something. But it's made out of the Amarula fruit. The Amarula fruit. I remember that David Attenborough, my hero, he's getting on a bit, so I saw him on the TV.
Oh, is he elderly?
I'm worrying. And it was an Amarula tree.
Right.
And the fruit had fallen off and it was fermenting. And all the animals were coming down and eating it. So there was baboons and there was water buffalo and there was elephants all smashed out of their face.
That's amazing.
A drunk elephant. Can you imagine?
Oh, it's going to be belligerent.
It loses control of its trunk. Have you ever seen a sexually enraged elephant?
I have.
They go into a thing called must.
Yes, I have seen
and their testicles dribble a pungent musk. They dribble.
We all do.
They've got so much testosterone, it's coming out of their pores.
I'm the same.
Is it?
That's why. It's all in my pores. It's not in my voice.
No, it's just in the pores. Manly pores.
Manly pores.
I can see them from here. They're like threepenny bits.
I'm
staring into them.
I smell like lynx.
Lynx. Do you remember high karate?
I will tell you right now, high karate is the most manly,
best
smell you'll ever get. It has a vinegary.
A vinegar, yeah.
you know when you're a teenager and you see in Boots you can make wine yourself, so you go, I'm going to make wine, and you can go in and buy it. No one stops you.
No.
And it's always white wine, and you make this poison and you taste it, and it's just like drinking white vinegar. Fermented white vinegar. It's terrible. That's high karate.
My dad used to make wine,
right?
And he used to make banana wine. You've never tasted anything like it. Oh, it's an ambrosia.
Really good.
I think angels drink it on clouds. Just banana wine. Just imagine it. Delicious.
That sounds great.
No, high karate, because you'd get a bottle of aftershave long before you shaved.
Oh, I got it when I was 10. You get it. Yeah. It was high karate and high karate talc, which was in a round cardboard.
Talcum powder's dangerous stuff.
That can kill you.
It can. Yeah. I like Old Spice. To this day, I like the smell of Old Spice. After you just smear yourself in it. I remember when my pubes first came in.
Right.
I came through from the bathroom, and we had that British Home Stores furniture. Right, I maybe mentioned this before.
No, I don't.
It's had a big impact, and we had bunk beds,
right?
Because my mum was all about saving space. So me and my brother would have to get it. Never mind. And you had little lamps,
right?
And I came through buck naked, and the lamp shone on my penis.
Oh no!
And I could see the halo of downy pubes. They weren't there the night before.
Is that like when you're talking to a lady, and if you get it in the right light, you see she has a better beard than you?
Yeah. Yeah. But they'd come out like Mr. Potato Head. You squeeze them, and the hair sprouts out.
Yeah.
You could have seen them growing through the night. It's incredible. Puberty is a powerful
puberty
thing.
Check this.
You still undergoing it?
It hit when I was 22.
Well,
how about that? I went through some of it, but I was sleeping in my car.
Okay.
Up in Stonehaven. Never shaved in my life.
You need pubes to live in Stonehaven.
And I was sleeping at the harbour. Never shaved in my life. Never needed to. Laughed at people. I woke up the next morning with a beard.
See, that's what I'm talking
about.
And
it hurt my face. It caused pain. It just grew out, and it was black. Jeez. Hair just all over. It was really distressing, and it hurt like hell.
Oh, we're just meat puppets. Don't start thinking about your physicality. You're in a lot of trouble.
Here's
one. Do you dream?
Yeah.
Are you looking onto yourself, or do you dream looking out your own eyes?
My own eyes.
I often dream like I'm floating above myself, looking down.
Third person
player stuff.
Oh.
What's that about?
Is there any an illness?
There'll be no experts out listening to this.
Well, what happens
Doctors,
usually when people start talking about dreaming, I'll stop you there.
It's boring,
and I'll leave it.
Yeah.
Because none of it's true.
No.
They'll say, I had this dream last night. I go, nope, I don't want to. And it's all so serious. It's like, I was talking to my mum last week. She started telling me this thing while I was watching something. And this woman, and then she got an abortion, and her husband got in a car crash. And I'm going, Mum, what the hell is this? Coronation Street. But the way she was telling me, I'm like, how do you know this? What's happened?
Yeah.
No, Coronation Street.
Lorraine Kelly discusses soap operas as if it's real news. ITV is what a channel.
It's
every 5 minutes they try and get you to buy a ticket to something. Phone in. Old people are sitting there just spending through their pensions. It's a nightmare.
It's
the lottery, all that stuff. I think this country, saying that, I think the world's going well, but the lottery's a bad thing.
The lottery. What I like
I've
about
never
the
bought
lottery,
a lottery ticket. Have you? I've never bought one. My mum and dad have. So part of my nose, if they were to win big, I'd probably get a bit of cash.
But you would take it. You're a hypocrite.
Yeah, I am. I'm a terrible, terrible hypocrite.
Well, I
can't look myself in the mirror.
The thing,
look away.
If I was you, I wouldn't look in any mirrors.
Don't have it in the house.
But the thing I like about the lottery is the winners. Now, we have a couple of winners here in Dundee that built a house across in Tayport. Now, the one, it was over 100 million, wasn't it? And they built this house. It looks like the worst hotel you're staying at on the Costa del Sol.
Okay.
And you've got all these beautiful traditional houses across in Tayport, right across from Dundee.
You're a house Nazi. You like? Yeah. Oh, I see.
But you should see this thing. Now, you would be a house Nazi if you saw this thing.
I like brutalist architecture.
Oh, see. Now we're going to fight.
I like stuff. It's just concrete slabs. I don't.
Dundee's going that way.
No windows, just locks of glass. Yeah. Bunker like. I do like to coorie down, hide out. Yeah, but the good thing is, lottery winners tend to be fat people. Can I say that?
This.
Big fat people. They win the lottery, and then they think, Christ, say they win 100 million, so that's 50 million each. Why you get to hang around with this big fat bastard? So they immediately split up. Your children, they go to private school.
Yes.
So rather than having children you can speak to and relate to, you produce little offspring that have nothing to do with you.
Wonderful.
Your whole family falls apart. Money's a terrible thing. I'd like to experiment. I'd like to give it a chance.
To give it a go. Yeah. You'd like to be that one to break that rule.
I'd make a death list and start taking out people.
I have one.
You could.
I've got a black book.
I was working at a school doing an art project. This is many. No, that I lose track of time. Everything seems like many years ago or yesterday. Have you noticed that? And we're in the classroom, and we're making stuff out of paper mache, masks and stuff like that. And I look out into the playground, and it's not break time. But there's a wee kid in a uniform, wee chubby little kid, specs. I don't like people with specs. And he's staring at me, and I'm looking back at him, and he starts kicking a tree, and I wave at him because I'm kind of work mode, so I'm trying to be professional. And I'm not a school teacher, by the way. Just in case people suddenly thought, for God's sake,
phoning the police right away.
Okay. And he starts kicking this tree, and then he goes into his pocket and takes this pad of paper out and starts writing in it. And I go to the guy I'm working with, who's that wee fella? And he says his name, and I says, what's he writing? Oh, he's writing your name down. I says, why? He says, that's his death list. He's about 7-year-old.
That's dark,
isn't it?
That's pretty.
Isn't
cool.
it really dark?
Oh,
yeah.
Kids around here.
Kids. I was visiting my mum and dad. My mum and dad have retired, and we were walking through on this railway track.
Okay.
Between the main bit of the town they live and their little suburby bit with their wee future-proof bungalow. It's all set for when they get decrepit, so one of those baths with a lift in it.
Oh, I'd love one.
Wouldn't you?
Be great.
Great, isn't it? And there's these two kids with a shoebox.
Yeah.
Now this is like, we've been in the pub, so this is 12:30 at night.
Okay.
And they come up to me, Mister, and I'm like, what is it? Look at this. And inside the box is a baby pigeon, a squab. Right. And I goes, oh, that's nice. I says, where did you get that? Oh, I found it. I says, where did you find it, kids? Oh, it was in a nest. I says, just can leave it and put it back in the nest. It's not doing any harm. No, it's got a broken wing. I says, no, and I could see it had a broken wing. I says, what happened? Oh, he broke it. And I'm like, oh, for God. It was like the Bulger Killers. That kind of vibe coming off them.
Yeah.
And I goes, come on, guys, just give me. And I knew the poor thing. Oh, we get to kill it. I says, you're not going to kill it. Please give me the bird and I'll look after and all this. And then I suddenly realised, what on earth am I going to do here? Because they've got this pigeon. Do I fight with them? Do I take the pigeon off them? Do they start shouting? Middle-aged guy in a railway cutting fighting two kids over a pigeon with a broken wing. So I just had to walk away. Now that's haunted me ever since.
I would imagine.
I don't like being haunted by things like that.
See, something not exactly the same, but similar happened. I was walking up to my partner's home, in the top of the Hilltown, and again, this had to be about 11:45.
Yeah.
And there's all these kids. Now there had to be 8 to maybe 11.
Okay.
About 6 of them.
The young team.
And they were all shouting at people and that. And people are walking away from them. I went, I'm not walking away from anybody. At that age, I could probably take them on.
You could take 1 or 2 of them. 5 of them.
I was getting closer, and I noticed every one of them had a sword. Every one of them. And they're flailing them around, and they're fighting each other. And these are katanas, claymores, the whole lot. Up at the top of the Hilltown when the multis were there. And they're flailing them around. So I go, I'm going to cross the road.
Right? Yeah.
And they saw me cross the road. And
weakness.
They saw it as a sign of weakness.
Oh, no.
And they started shouting. So one of them came across the road and was poking it in my direction. I thought, right, I'm going to have to take him out, grab the sword, and like Errol Flynn, take the rest of them on.
Yeah.
I ran.
You ran. To be honest, it's better just to run away.
Just run away.
Just run away from any slightly worrying situation.
The same situation that was in your head was in mine.
Yeah. What?
40-year-old Dundee man slashes 8 children to death with a sword.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah.
You can't do it. It's not allowed.
It's no. You woke up that morning. That's not how your day was going.
I didn't plan.
You didn't
to
expect
go out
that
for
to be happening.
No. So that does happen. You got to be armed with a sword around here.
God, but you could, if you were a really malicious child, you could just go about just attacking people.
Do you want?
And
no one's going to do anything.
Oh no, he just attacked me in the street.
Yeah.
Well, just pick on anybody. Because the police would, you know what they'd think immediately. They'd lock you up, like.
Of course. It's a bit like when you leave your car out in the street. There's an unwritten rule that no one smashes it up.
Okay.
So you just hope no one smashes it up.
To be honest with you, kids are a lot nicer now, though, generally.
I think kids get the blame for a lot.
Young kids get a bad rep.
The people who I get annoyed at are people our age.
Yeah.
Who seem to feel the world owes them a living now because they've lived.
Yeah.
You've made it this far, so no, kids are polite.
No wonder millennials are like, don't wear socks, don't drink, smoke, don't take drugs, because their parents are just...
They're horrible. It's us. It's our generation, and I will take the blame. I see it. Yeah.
It's the 90s.
Oh, the 90s.
I blame the 90s. Baggy. The 90s were a baggy period.
Kylie Minogue. She's to blame for everything.
Just the 90s. It gives me the heebie-jeebies. I get a horrible tightness in my neck thinking about the 1990s. If you ever see the 1990s on the telly clips,
it's terrible.
Top of the pops from the 1990s.
It wasn't good,
wasn't it?
See, the thing is, what I do, and I make the mistake of false, I don't know, nostalgia.
Yeah.
Where I'll go, the 90s, Ronnie Size.
Okay.
Brilliant. But that's Ronnie Size. That's one artist. And then you listen to everyone else. It was rubbish.
TV was garbage.
Everyone was rubbish. You go, Terminator 2. Yeah, you've named one film. Name 1,000 more that were rubbish. People, things, everything.
There's bits of Terminator 2 I like. I hate the kid.
You don't like the kid?
I don't like the fact that the Terminator doesn't kill anybody.
I had to admit, when I saw that,
you're like,
I thought that was a
shoot
cop
them in
out.
the face.
Yeah, I still wanted to see a brutal robot.
Yeah, and that's the bit that spoiled the whole franchise, because Arnie got cuddly, and he's been cuddly ever bloody since. I love Arnold Schwarzenegger. I love the way he just had sex with his maid.
Yes.
And then he tried to deny it, and then when you saw the baby,
have you seen
it just looked like Arnold Schwarzenegger. It looks like him.
Clone.
The rest of if you get to try and mix your genes with the Kennedy clan, you never get a win. They're tenacious. Their DNA, they've got the teeth.
Yeah.
But that Portuguese, Venezuelan,
something like that. Yeah, but
it just looks like him. It's incredible.
It's him.
My favourite Arnie film is Conan the Barbarian.
I like the second one, The Destroyer.
Oh no, that's got Grace Jones in it.
Grace Jones and Pat Roach.
You like Bomber Pat Roach?
Yes.
That's the Crystal Palace.
Yes. It's amazing.
That gigantic black guy is like 8 foot tall.
Oh, he's huge.
I've never seen anybody. I don't know. He's fantastic.
He's great.
He's fantastic.
He's huge.
No, Conan the Barbarian. He punches a camel.
That's right.
Best bit in it. Great actor. Very underrated. He does a lot of stage work, Arnie.
Really?
Yeah. Does a lot of kind of Shakespearean stuff, but he doesn't like to boast about it. He keeps it to himself. That's where he sinks his money. Mel Gibson, he's opened a kind of extreme sect to the Catholic Church.
Yes, he had in his mansion in Malibu. He had a church in it, in the middle of it.
Wow!
But he got all these crazy.
He got excommunicated from his own church.
Really?
He set up a church, and then they said, "No, you're a degenerate," because he wanted to get a divorce.
That's amazing.
Oh, a cult. Can't be difficult to set up a cult.
It can't be.
Yeah.
I mean, there's a lot of them around
Dundee
here.
Dundee needs one.
There's a lot around here. There's
that spiritualist church, which I think's culty, isn't it?
Yeah, they are very like that.
Because there's a woman I work with, and she told me she was a psychic, and I says, "Well, you're not a psychic." "Oh, how do you know?" I says, "Because it doesn't exist. It's nonsense." I says, "You're either deluded or you're a liar."
Yes, that's exactly my opinion.
That's options you have there. Yeah. No, I don't like the notion speaking to the dead.
After my father died.
Okay.
I was walking out the house and there's a woman at our bins.
Oh God!
And she's reaching in the bins, pulling stuff out. I'm like, what the hell is this?
You're like, Mum, step away from the bin.
So I shouted at her. She took off, and I went, "This is not normal."
Okay.
And the police were across from me, and I went, "Listen, that woman was in my bins." You went, "What?" And she was, "What? You were in your house?" I went, "Yeah." She was raking about. He went, "Right, we'll go and have a word with her." And they come back and they went, "We know who she is. She's a local psychic. She's looking for information."
Oh, what?
My father died last week. He goes, well, she knows, and she's looking for information so she could come back and say
it should be after. Would she be after your mum to try and
after mum to get money?
Appalling.
How about that?
That is disgusting stuff.
Oh, I could have knocked her out. It was terrible.
Yeah,
but that's what she done. Yeah, she got caught.
I'd have a quiet word.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, she got caught for it. It's just people like to be fooled. I think
they derive a comfort from it, even if that comfort's painful.
Yeah,
it's a comfort.
But
it's an answer.
The way I look at it is, if people after death they continue, like if my granny's still somewhere, she's seen me doing stuff.
Oh,
you know what I'm saying?
Because she knows what you look like in a dress.
Because they're everywhere. I've never worn a dress. Somebody told me many years ago that I wouldn't make a very attractive woman.
You don't make an attractive human.
No. It's unsettling. I thought maybe a bit of makeup would help me out, but no, it doesn't do it. Doesn't do it. If I was wearing a dress, I'd be a slut though. I'd wear something quite slutty.
Now, see, here's the thing.
I think you'd wear quite a frumpy outfit.
Yeah. How would you know?
Big passion killers.
Yes, absolutely. I think even. Well, here's the thing, right? Whether I'm wearing men's clothes or women's clothes, I'm still going to wear the same style.
Okay.
And as you can see, I have 14 layers on at the moment to stay warm.
I
It'd
think
be the same.
You'd look like Hetty Wainthorpe. Or my favourite, One Foot in the Grave.
Mm-hmm.
Their pal was called I've forgotten the pal's name. It doesn't matter. She's hilarious. His old wifey. She ends up being rolled up in a rug. No, Mrs. Warboys.
Mrs. Warboys.
You would look like Mrs. Warboys.
I think you know what, you're saying that, and I'm not offended.
No,
I'm deriving comfort from that.
You'd be good at the Women's Institute.
Oh, that'd be fantastic.
I think you'd make a good rock cake.
I'm not.
You're quite particular.
The kitchen.
I think it's about time you learnt.
Do you think?
I think so.
I'm
going to domesticate you. I'm going to teach you some tricks.
Oh my word! I used to cook. Now, I use the word cook. Okay, it may be used incorrectly. I used to heat Pop-Tarts, a smoky, and some tinfoil on the car engine, driving up to the beach. When you got there, piping hot. Perfect.
I've heard that happen. Yeah, you put a Pop-Tart in the toaster.
Mm-hmm.
I think I've had one. I'll eat anything.
Oh,
but I like to eat like a trifle. Have we discussed this? I'll eat a trifle.
Yeah, and
then I'll pick it like a jar of pickled cockles at the same time. Or I'll have a bit of bacon with an apple flapjack. I quite like going from one to the next because I'm so greedy. Because I grew up in a house, if you'd left food in the plate, my dad and my brother would have eaten it, and vice versa.
You had to be quick.
Yeah, have you ever seen me eat? I wolf it down. Off. We had Canadian family living over with us, and they were big people. He was a trucker, big guy, and he said to me, "You don't eat, you inhale food." Inhale it, because you can't let somebody will get the better of you. It
was a survival tactic.
I've never turned down free food. If somebody if you're in the supermarket and there's a taster going on, somebody hands you a little morsel on a cocktail stick, I'll eat it every time. Doesn't matter what it is. If it was placenta, I'd eat it. I
got into my first riot because I was there for the food. I was in London and I was wandering around and they're handing out free food, so I just queue up. There's a little table.
Oh, God.
And I get a little bit of paper plate, and I got a hot dog, and there's some curly chips and that. I went, this is wonderful.
Yeah.
Just a wee cup of water as well. And I went, this is great. And then I noticed things are changing around me.
Oh, no.
And that's the first time I learned the term kettling. And then within seconds, the place erupted into, this is where they were feeding the rioters.
Aye.
And I just joined the queue, not knowing what it was. And I got out with my life, and I got tear gas or CS gas, I'm not sure, right in the face.
You've been shot, you've been tear gassed. You should get your ass across to Hong Kong.
Tell them how to do it.
Just tell them, come on guys.
And when I got I think it was CS gas, I'm not sure, I got it sprayed directly in my face.
You wash your eyes out with milk?
Well, at that point, if you have friends there, they might have some milk on you and come over, but I was on my own.
Okay.
So I thought, right, I can withstand this. Close my eyes tight, and as I'd done it, this stuff crept into my throat.
Oh.
And it was the worst experience. I think it was choking
you have
to death.
To open your eyes.
You can't.
No, but you have to. You have to.
It's not a good
What's
stuff.
the one where you can use urine? Is it a jellyfish thing?
Jellyfish, but I believe the ammonia that's in it is not enough, and this is just what people tell each other to get a chance to urinate on their friends. Yeah,
just biding your time,
just waiting.
You're just going about with a jellyfish in a sandwich bag.
And this is a this is how closeted you are because of your need that you go. I've got a plan. If someone gets stung by a jellyfish and you wait 30 years,
like a pancake,
constantly going at the beach, waiting.
You get some big jellyfish though, don't you?
Mm-hmm.
Massive things.
I was swimming up at Auchmithy once.
Okay, God, you're right outdoorsy.
And there's
is this wild swimming? Is that what you're speaking about?
Yeah, there's a little hidden
Do you
pool
wear a
up
suit
there.
or do you just...
Yeah, all wetsuit.
Like a seal?
Yes.
Like an emaciated seal?
A rubber one piece.
Oh.
You can see my ribs.
Oh. But is it a dry suit or a wetsuit?
Wetsuit.
Okay.
Can't move in a dry suit.
So does the water come between the suit and your skin in a wetsuit?
And it heats up.
Obviously there's going to be piss in it as well, isn't there?
Obviously, if you're out surfing in winter and you're there for about 3 hours, you need to pee. You're going to have a warm left leg for 5 minutes. It's lovely.
Oh, a left leg. Oh, okay. I just got that.
Yeah, and it is absolutely delightful.
Is that neoprene?
Neoprene, yes.
Neoprene.
And the thing is, being in Scotland and you're surfing, you've got a 5mm, which is a really thick wetsuit, and you've got gloves on, you've got boots on, and you've got a squidlet, you've got a hat on as well. It's like a balaclava.
But does that go in the boot of the car? This piss
the smell.
Oh God,
it's salty.
How long does that last for a suit?
A suit until you wear through it.
Do you just wear?
Yeah, you just keep going. They're all held together with tape and everything.
Have you ever swam with a whale?
No,
you've not done
dolphins.
That.
Yes,
dolphins.
Yeah,
they're a bit rapey. The dolphins.
The dolphins here are quite aggressive. You've got to be
they're
careful
a big
when
animal,
you're around them.
Though.
Yeah, white-sided. You got to be careful.
They would look at you and just think, "Oh, just get a tear them."
They'd just break me in half.
Remember Flipper?
Yes.
Remember that German cannibal? He developed his particular interests.
Yes.
Which were kind of, as cannibals go, he's a very polite guy. Like he'd had the guy round to eat him.
I found cannibals are really cultured people.
Yeah, but he'd had the guy round and he tied him up and he got ready to eat him. And the guy says, "You know something, I'm not really into it today." So the guy let him go. But his fetish began by watching Flipper.
What?
He was a young boy and he was watching Flipper in Germany, and he just thought, "God, I'd like to eat that. He looks tasty, that wee boy." He was a wee boy himself, and that's where that stemmed from. Flipper.
Oh. That's damaged.
The thing that it haunts me, the guy who he'd eaten, he the last thing he says was, "My nipples long for your stomach."
Whoa.
Yeah, that's intense stuff.
Why would you get to that point?
Yeah.
I freak out if I have a paper cut.
Oh gosh, aye. The thing at the internet, the one criticism I might have of the internet, and I'm quite positive about the internet, if you were into maybe eating someone,
right,
and you're living in Banff,
right,
Scotland, in the northeast, maybe Bucky or a Cullen, we've discussed these places, maybe a Fochabers. There's a place called Mistodloch.
Oh.
There's a place called Logie Coldstone.
I believe all of this.
Or Maggie Knocketer. Maggie Knocketer. Anyway, if you're there and you're sitting in your house and you're like, "God, I really need to eat. I want to eat somebody." But I want it to be consensual.
Right.
Before, how would you go about it? There's no clubs there.
How do you bring it up in conversation?
Would you put it in the paper? No. But nowadays, there's a guy sitting in Mistodloch and there's somebody in Paris or Mexico. They can reach out to each other. There could be 4 people in the whole world
that want to do it, and they'll find
each other now. Is that a positive or a negative thing?
Oh, you made me think there. I don't like that.
Like there's guys who have a particular thing for injecting silicone into their penises.
Yes, I've watched the Channel 5.
There's like 4 of them in the whole world, but they're in competition with each other. But they'd have lived quite sad, solitary lives back in the day, but now they're a community.
I feel everything about myself is so dull and boring since I discovered the internet. In 2000, I think I started on the internet, and everything's
nobody's themselves. You and I, we're sitting here just now. We're actually very cultured, sophisticated people.
I believe so.
And what we are putting across as a kind of character is a couple of real degenerate.
Yes, it's a character.
Misanthropic.
We have a script in front of us.
It's a script. This isn't my accent. I went to public school. Ken?
You went to a grammar school.
Yeah, a grammar school. You've got +4s on. I'm looking under the table. He's got handmade shoes on. He's got a little silk neckerchief.
What we're doing is we just love the common man, and we're trying to take that magic.
We're roughing it.
Because being working class people have this magic power where they can do anything, and anyone above that class has to apologise for being born in that class.
Yeah.
That's it.
Accident of birth.
Yes. Yes, but we don't have that if we pretend we're working class.
Yeah. No, but in the 60s it became fashionable to be quite working class. So all the actors of the day, Albert Finney. So the posh accent went right out the window. So posh people would pretend to be ordinary guys. I don't like the word ordinary, but salt the earth kind of people. It's bounced back. There's a lot of posh people in society now, openly posh.
I just don't care.
No,
if where you're born, it's not your.
No, if somebody's a cunt, they're a cunt.
That's it. That's absolutely.
I don't base my hatred of people on anything other than that essential cuntishness. I'm a big believer when you meet someone, within 2 seconds you know if they're an arse.
Do you reckon?
2 seconds.
2 seconds.
And I never change my opinion. Never have. Not once.
That's very brutal.
Hate my mum and dad. Met my mother 2 seconds later. I'm not a fan of you. I'm not a fan of you women. This is going to be a long 40 years.
I tend not to get on with anyone.
No.
It's very rare for me to actually...
You are quite questionable, though.
It comes across that way, doesn't it?
I mean, I maybe shouldn't have signed on to a podcast where I sit across the table from you for twice a week. This is going to come back to bite me.
I consider myself... Well, you were saying the other day that you could be taken anywhere and behave yourself.
Oh, yeah.
Even though you gave an example that was awful and not a great example of that very claim. And I always say I can't be taken anywhere.
No.
But I win because I don't go anywhere.
Oh, you're a shut-in.
Yes. Like, I watch these Japanese kids.
You're showing them, aren't you?
These Japanese kids that just don't leave their house. I'm going, why are people complaining about them? They're living the dream.
You're like, they're all missing out on me.
I'd go to the beach. Now, I like that. I'm a very outdoor person.
Yeah.
But I'd go to the beach and be carrying my board down to the water. And there's beautiful waves coming in. And I'd look down the beach, and a mile and a half away, I see another surfer. And I go, who's that prick?
Yeah.
And I feel it. I can't stop it.
It's because the sea doesn't judge. The sea doesn't judge you, the water.
I suppose.
It'll
kill everyone.
It's lunar, isn't it?
Yeah, it is.
Yeah.
But I will get that. I know it's ridiculous, but I will get that sensation of who the fuck's on the beach. That's ruined my day.
He's coming towards me.
If someone talks to me, no. And if you're carrying a board, right, within surfing,
do they talk to you?
They tend not to.
No.
Because there's a very, I don't know if it's a macho thing, where it's like, I've got a board, you've got a board, let's ignore each other.
Okay.
But some people are just very friendly.
Say you got into a bit of trouble and were drowning, would they just leave you?
No, they'll just leave you.
They just leave you.
My own friends did that. Leave me when I got hit by a board and
drowning
it was bleeding
supposed
everywhere.
to be quite pleasant, though. You just give up after a spell. Just let the sea
I was held
you.
under once, and my lungs were burning. I was at that point.
Did you have a will to live?
It was very strange.
Did you see
I was watching myself.
with light?
No, I was watching myself getting rolled about in the water.
So you were looking upon yourself like my dreams.
It was a very strange moment.
So maybe I die every night. I do have sleep apnea.
No.
Yeah, you get sleep apnea, so I don't take a breath for 5 minutes, turn blue. That's what it is. Each night.
It's the slow increment brain damage.
Each night I'm visiting Valhalla.
It could be.
Aye.
I in sleep, the problem I have with sleep is that if there's any noise,
you're awake.
It goes straight into my dream and it's someone shouting at me. Any noise. If
I've
the phone
noticed
goes
that
beep beep, I hear someone shouting Derek, and I wake up every single time.
Because the sophisticated harness system I've got built that allows me to lower myself upon you. I have to oil the equipment. The slightest squeak and you dream of cheese and mice. I lower myself just almost touching your face.
Damn it.
I just kiss you on the end of the nose, and then I retract up into the crawl space, pack away, and I go home every night.
I know we're joking, eh?
Yeah.
It's just a joke.
Oh no, we're joking. We're joking.
Yeah. Would you stop staring at me when you're saying that?
We're joking.
There's awful strong eye contact at this moment.
It's always in Japan. Did you see that one? The guy, some of his stuff, his noodles and stuff would go missing from the fridge.
Right.
And initially he thought, am I eating it? So he set up a camera. There was an old lady living in his house.
That's terrifying.
That's a thing.
Yeah.
Have you ever had your house robbed?
No.
I've had my house robbed. And it's not the loss of stuff. It's the notion of somebody just being in your house. But they stole my television. This is a long time ago, so it was VHS tapes.
Mm-hmm.
They stole a jacket.
Mm-hmm.
And they stole my shoe care kit. My shoe brush. And they stole some clothes pegs.
Mm-hmm.
It's a mixture of things, isn't it?
I saw a girl getting stopped in Primark.
Okay.
They went, get out your pockets.
Oh.
And there was everything there.
You're right,
everything.
Okay.
And, you could have stolen all kinds of clothes, shoes, everything. But it was just packets and packets of fake eyelashes.
Eyelashes. I used to work with a guy, and his wife worked in a false teeth factory.
Right.
And she was just stealing stuff, because some people just have to steal
They've
stuff.
just got to do it,
She was stealing loose false teeth. So he came up to me one day in the tea room and he goes, come here, put your hand out. I'm not really sure. He goes, no, go and put your hand out. I put my hand out. And he dropped about 50 individual plastic teeth from false teeth in my hands. His pockets were full of this stuff.
Oh,
they were just stealing thousands of teeth.
Thousands of teeth.
What are they doing with that? What is going on?
It's in some people. They've just got to do it, even if they have the money, and it's not a problem.
Oh no, shoplifting's often middle class people.
Yeah.
Middle class women love to shoplift.
I was in
it's a thrill.
Chicago.
Okay.
Now, I may have said this before on another podcast, I'm not sure, but I was in Chicago at the Art Institute seeing the biggest collection of Toulouse-Lautrec.
Okay.
I may have mentioned this.
This is his sophistication.
I'm going to do it again.
He can't tamp it down long enough. It's coming.
I'm trying to sound like working class. So we were enjoying it, and then we went into this cafe they had, and everything in the cafe was designed by famous artists.
Oh.
It's all expensive.
Okay.
And I watched this really, really well-dressed, really beautiful hair, middle-class woman with all expensive stuff, and she would slide the cutlery into her, and all you hear ka-chunk, and she'd go and get more, and it would slide and ka-chunk. She was stealing everything.
You should have citizens arrested her.
I don't know, I'm not a fighter.
Toulouse-Lautrec's a fascinating character. I like his work. There's actually a series of photographs of him taking a shit on a beach.
Amazing.
Have you seen them?
I think he was very odd that way.
Yeah.
He had needs.
He was a wealthy guy, wasn't he?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Have you seen the film of Toulouse-Lautrec?
No.
They literally have the guy just stand on his knees. They'd sellotape like shoes to his knees.
No.
The thing is, there was jam marmalade factories.
Mm-hmm.
So the lums would just steam and stuff from the process of making jam. It was like sticky smoke. Right. And it would stick to all the buildings.
Right.
And then the grime from the coal and everything. So Dundee was black. It had been really black and grimy, and all the people were covered in marmalade juice and stew and something else. And then the boats with the whale oil, bits of whale. Can you imagine?
And constantly, when you saw old pictures of just this fog of fireplaces and factories, and you had that, then you had the people at Dundee. There's that odour.
They're odorous.
Plus links, you're fine.
Just links. I was giving out, just vats of the stuff. Like, when during the foot and mouth, you had to get your wellies, and there was a bucket. Was that a bucket?
That's right, yeah.
A kind of spongy thing. Mm-hmm. That is links, just full of links at the city limits. Because Dundee used to have a wall around it, didn't it? City wall.
And it was ransacked.
Was it?
Yeah, by, I think it was Osborne or something.
Okay.
And he took all the because this used to be a royal stronghold.
Okay, yeah.
So all the gold in the country was in Dundee.
Was it?
And they took all everything. Stayed here 6 weeks or something. Killed everybody. Took off in their boats. Got out to the bar, which is just the estuary of the Tay, and they sank. And all the gold's there.
Is it?
Now, Ballard that found the Titanic.
Okay.
His team came here, and they were told they're not allowed to look. And he says, no, we're just walking around the area. And they accidentally found a cannonball.
Okay.
He says the guy was walking along the beach and kicked it. No, they were looking. But they were told they couldn't keep anything. So they says there's no point in going trying to get this gold, because it goes to the... Yeah,
I can't swim though.
4 billion.
I'll use you like a sea lion, a trained sea lion. Like the American Navy used to train dolphins and sea lions.
Yes.
And they gave them like a harpoon gun.
Mm-hmm.
So if there was a Russian spy that was going to go down and swim in, the dolphin or the sea lion was going to stab it through the neoprene.
That's
inject an air bubble right into there. Give them the bends.
The bends.
Imagine getting the bends.
Oh.
Have you seen those deep sea divers? They have to sit in like pressurised. Imagine being in a pressurised container for weeks.
Uncle was a Navy diver. And he used to be in those little mini subs. He called them mini subs, but they're actually human propelled torpedoes. You just sat in a torpedo and drove it to the target. And he told me he would go under ships in the docks and you'd plant the mines on them, but you had to watch the tide because loads of people got killed with the boats sinking on them with the tide going out. But you know what his skill was?
Oh, here we go.
Because you're on the subs, your clothes would rot. So he was a fantastic knitter. We'd get iron jumpers every Christmas. All he would do was knit. He made his own clothes. He was great.
People take some weird life choices, don't they? I'm not a planner. I've decided because I'm getting on a bit, and I've never made a plan in my life. I've spoken about this before. It's like flotsam and jetsam.
Yes,
you find yourself just like you're in a little, you get a nice brook, a bubbling brook, a bum, and there's a little piece of wood, and it's a little eddy's got a hold of it, and it's spinning. That's it. That's life. I know people who've had life plans.
Yeah, there's no such thing.
You knew them from school and they were 10 years old and their life has turned out the way they planned it. What is that about?
But I bet it's not what they planned in their heart.
No.
Yeah.
They wanted to be a bear wrestler.
I don't believe it.
Yeah. You don't think so?
No, I don't believe it.
Are you telling me people don't want to be an accountant?
No, I'll tell you why.
Why?
To make you go forward, to push you in life, you have to have an internal sadness.
Okay.
An internal loss of something that never was, and it pushes you forward. If you ever find true contentment, the human race would stop.
It doesn't exist, does it?
Nope, it doesn't stop.
I suppose your life is just a search for happiness.
That's it.
You buy stuff, you have children, get a mortgage,
and
in the end you're just worm food.
Exactly.
I'm a bit of a nihilist. I have to fight that impulse.
I get it.
Alcohol helps.
It's, if you're around someone and someone just dies, the sudden realization of ending is there, and you go, and you will say it. You'll go, "What's the point?"
Yeah.
But that is the point.
The absence.
The thing that you just said, what's the point? You've questioned it.
There is no point.
And that's what makes you human.
Sometimes I look at the cat when I'm squeezing him. I squeezed him successfully this morning.
Oh, congratulations.
I like to call it the when he squeezes them and you get the urine.
Yeah.
But then you sometimes get a little shit as well.
Oh, that's wonderful.
So it's a double dunter.
Does it come out like when a Jack Russell jumps off the bottom step of the stairs and a wee jobby pops out by
It does,
accident?
it pops out.
Wonderful.
Pops out. But I've noticed the float, so you can't flush the bloody thing.
Oh no.
So I've had to weak them out of the toilet and put them in the bin.
Oh.
But but nihilism, but the cat, it's happy.
Yes.
There's some the human intelligence, self-awareness.
That's what
is
it
a
is,
curse.
self-awareness.
It's
That's exactly
nightmarish.
But sadness, that feeling that people go, my life was never complete. Once you realise that that's your engine for moving forward, you can move forward.
This is maybe peculiar.
Convinced.
I'm imagining you going home tonight, putting on a Smiths album, and having a wank and a cry, and then hugging yourself.
Well, I'll tell you something. It's not a Smiths album.
No,
the
it's
rest
not.
Is accurate.
The Smiths music is too much joy in a Smiths album.
I'm so honest, and I like to be this way with the ladies, that I will inform them there will be tears.
There will be tears
before any sexual.
When you ejaculate, do you say "mother"?
When I ejaculate, I scream with pain. And when I come round, I burst into tears.
It's like
clean up the blood.
Like I can imagine it being like a billy goat. Do you know? Have you seen a pig ejaculating?
No.
They've got
curly penises.
Curly penises.
That's right. Yeah.
And a pig, the gestation of a pig is 3 months, 3 weeks, and 3 days.
Really?
There you go. Curly penis, but it ejaculates for like 5 hours.
Oh, I couldn't.
No wonder bacon tastes so delicious.
Oh no!
I used to work in a shortbread factory.
Right.
And I've never eaten so
you
much.
You couldn't sound more Scottish if you tried.
Walker, I'm going to name it Walker's Shortbread. You've all seen it.
I'll never eat it again now.
But I once ate from a ton bag of chocolate chips. A ton bag. But
right.
The broken shortbread, the leftover stuff, it used to get put into a skip and they fed it to pigs.
Really?
Can you imagine what bacon tastes like?
Bacon with shortbread.
A pig that's been fed exclusively on buttered shortbread.
That would be amazing.
You're thinking about it now.
I would give it custard. Oh,
Devon custard.
Bacon.
Christ.
Oh,
Semolina.
No, you're going too far.
Have you ever had a coffee tower?
No, what's that?
It's you get it from, I'm going to name this, Fisher and Donaldson Bakers in Dundee. They're marvellous.
Right.
If they're listening to this, imagine if they sponsored this.
We need a sponsor. Cakes.
Yeah, cake.
We don't need money, just the cakes.
Well, they do a caramel donut thing. Have you tasted them? The custard donuts?
Yes, I've had that.
The coffee tower.
I've not had that though.
It's a shoe bun.
Right.
It's filled with like a cream, coffee cream.
Okay.
And it's got toffee on the top.
Oh, that's
and
just...
it's got a little disc of chocolate on top. They
Isn't
are
it
the
special?
nicest thing you've ever tasted.
If you have a big bit of chocolate, it's alright. But if you have a tiny bit.
But if you get them and they've been in the freezer and then they've defrosted, so they're still really cold.
Oh.
Imagine that with a hot cup of tea.
Are you hungry just now?
I'm starving.
On that note,
I'm away to eat a cheese scone.
Oh my god. On that note, I don't know what's going on if this has been recording, but I'll wait to check it.
Oh,
I think it may be breaking up into sections again. This has been Folk and Scott. I didn't say the name of the show at the start again, or play the stylophone. I'll do it for the next one.
We need some structure in this.
We need to get it. We need to get it together.
We need a firm hand. We need a PA.
Listen, you're getting ahead of yourself.
A stern school teacher.
All right, I'm up for that. Okay, I'm Derek Vindas.
Go on, Vor. All the best.
Catch you later.